In this first example, we're going to look at best practices in Excel modeling. So the problem itself is fairly simple, quite simple as a matter of fact. But what I'm going to illustrate, or what are the best ways of organizing your data, best ways of formatting, and best ways of setting up the models for understandable purposes. So for other people, for you, you may set it up in one way and you may be able to understand it, but when you send the file to somebody else, that somebody else must be able to make sense of what you have set up. So here is an example of a person who buys t-shirts in bulk and sells it in retail, and this is related to a particular event, so NCAA basketball tournament. So this guy can buy in bulk, but when you set this up, the ordering cost and setting it up and everything, there is a fixed cost of $750, and then he can buy t-shirts at the rate of $8 a unit, and he can sell it at $18. But this price will be charged only up to a week after the tournament is over, and after that the demand is supposed to go down. So after that, any remaining t-shirts will have to be sold at a discount at $6. Now, Randy expects the demand for full priced t-shirts will be around $1,500. Not sure, but about that. So he's thinking of ordering 1450 t-shirts. He wants to set this up in Excel, and then so that he can then play with the numbers and then come up with the best decision in terms of how many t-shirts he wants to order. So the 1500 is the independent variable, the demand, okay, which is not in his control, whereas how many t-shirts he wants to order is in his control, and that is the decision variable. Okay, let's go to the Excel file and then set up the model. So here is the first attempt at our modeling. So we expect the demand to be 1500. We want to order 1450. So the profit is, you set this up in this fashion and you got it. So this model is accurate in terms of calculating the profit properly. But the way in which it has been set up is just awful, because first of all the computations are being done in one cell and they are all cell references, and then the fixed cost of $750 is hard coded into this. What if this 750 is different? So you have to go and change the formula, and the variable cost of t-shirts $8 again hard coded into the formula. So these are all terrible practices. So let's look at a slightly improved model, model 2. So here all the costs are separated out of the formula, and they are all in separate cells, which is great. Then you have the demand and the order quantity, and then you have the profit. It still has all the computations in one single formula. Of course, it doesn't have the problem of hard coding the variables, the values of like fixed cost and variable cost and that kind of stuff, but it's still pretty terrible. Let's look at another one, and here the cells are named and the names are used in the cells, which is a significant improvement. So the cells can be named or given range names. You can individually name them. You go to a cell and go to formulas, define name, and you can define names, but that can be cumbersome and time consuming. But if you use create from selection, that will be quite fast, and you can have range names set up in a column that should be applied to the cells adjacent to it. So the names can be to the left or to the right, or if the numbers are in a row, the names can be above the row or below the row. And Excel gives you the option to select the names from in any of the 4 different directions. So here the names are to the left, so let's highlight like that, and then go to create from selection. Then Excel automatically figures out that since the labels are to the left of numbers, then the left column must be the names. But if that is not so, you have to uncheck it and change it. Now when I click OK, these names will be applied to the cells here. And we can check that by clicking on each cell and then verifying that the cells are named properly. You can also go to Name Manager and you'll see the names listed with what each name refers to. So let's give names for these two also. And once you do that, you see that the profit is calculated. And you have now names, and the formula makes a lot more sense with the names than with range cell addresses. But still, this is, while it is a significant improvement, we are still not there because all the computations are being done in one single cell, and that's not good.